earthquakes. By an earthquake, there is shaking the earth. Now, that is because of plate tectonics. There can be, for example, conservative situation of plate tectonics. They can stand the plates like that together, and then suddenly they want to move to the sides through the convection movement of the heat of the magma underneath the crust of the earth, and then suddenly they're going to the side, and that causes then this earthquake. It's not just one little, but it is for a few seconds. The one in Cope, which I'm gonna tell in a moment as an example, was for 20 seconds long, this shaking. Now, and that is dangerous, and what can people do? Overall, they can have an emergency kit for food and water supply, medical little assistant kit and a flashlight or things like that. Also, the government can have planned in the countries that they have fire brigade, police, ambulance, hospital, also food and water a bit stored for some time, possibilities to broadcast when the people mad should have a radio or something to then get information on what is going on. And maybe try to build earthquake-proof buildings. One idea is to have a weight on the top, which is when if a building is going to the side, counterbalances and with a computer order how to go to that side. And also to have shock absorbers at the bottom of the building, and to have steel like that through the building, not like that. So try to build that. And now the example here said in the book is the earthquake on the 17th January 1995 in the Osaka Bay in Japan. And there's the Philippine plate, the Pacific plate and the Southeast Asian plate somehow coming together. And there are from time to time earthquakes. There was 20 seconds long this earthquake. It had 7.2 on the Richter scale. Earthquakes can be measured in the Mercalli scale on the Richter scale. The Mercalli scale isn't used so much anymore. That is measuring the destruction. 1 would be everything fine, 12 everything destroyed, 7 would be somewhere in the middle. The Richter scale, that is measuring how strong the shock wave is with a seismometer. The seismometer has a pendulum with a pen on it, and then a fixed surface, a fixed thing on the surface. That thing is moving with the shaking earth. The pen is then standing more or less, or swinging. I think the pen is standing, and then makes onto the paper these lines, and if it goes strong to the side, that would be an 8 or 9. If it goes less, a 3 or 4. And double is 10 times as strong. So 7 is 10 times as strong as a 6, and 8 is 10 times as strong as a 7. Now that had 7.2, so quite strong. For half an hour there was been afterquakes, and 5,000 people died during that earthquake. 25,000 were injured. 200,000 homes had fallen down. Houses had fallen down. 300,000 people were homeless, and there was then problems with water and food supply. A lot was destroyed of it. The elevated motorway in Cope, a city, had fallen down, and many fires had started. Gas, electricity was shut off, and then also a lot of money necessary to rebuild the buildings, and the ones which were earthquake, they hold a little better. That is according to Geography by Jane Ferretti and Ryan Gressley on the page 6 and 7. The positions and views expressed are the ones of the source and don't necessarily align with my own or with the ones of the entity spoken of.